Today we're looking at more of the best cases for the Pixel 8a. This is sort of a part 2 to my previous video, but I'll leave links to everything covered in today's video down below. So let's go ahead and get started. This magnetic case by Torras has military grade drop protection. The best part is you can use this with MagSafe accessories. It's actually fairly rigid, doesn't really flex much, but it has a softer TPU material around the edges. They even throw in a couple color options for the buttons. It's got just enough screen protection all the way around. You can sort of see the color of the phone there on the back, kind of a frosted look to it. It also has a lip going around the cameras on the back, so good protection there. Easily some of the clickiest buttons I've seen. They stick out plenty, so they're easy to locate. Nice and large opening for the charging port. It's got a soft touch material pretty much all the way around. I feel like it's got pretty good grip to it. You can see it's a fairly strong magnet there on the back as well. So of course it's going to work with wireless charging. It's 34 grams for the case itself, so fairly lightweight. Weighs about 222 grams with the case on. I know having the magnet on the back definitely comes in handy when using car mounts for your phone, and of course it's going to work with other MagSafe accessories as well. The Poetic Neon case is probably one of the best cases that Poetic makes in my opinion. It comes in 4 different colors: purple, navy blue, mint, and the one shown here is black. This one has military grade drop protection. It's a 2-part hybrid case where the inside is a soft silicone material. It's fairly rigid, doesn't really flex much at all. It's got nice screen protection on all sides. Power and volume buttons also stick out just enough so you can find where they're located. They've got really nice clickiness to them, and they're real easy to use. You barely have to push them to get them to work. They also make the silicone stick out a little bit here towards the bottom. Plus, with the rougher texture on the plastic on the sides, actually seems to have better grip than some of the others that have this style. Nice oversized cutout for the charging port. Also has good protection for the cameras on the back. The case itself is about 52 grams. Weighs about 241 grams with the case on. And of course, it's going to work with wireless charging. Overall, a nice rugged, yet somewhat slim case by Poetic. Two cases that are very similar to each other, the Ringke Onyx and the Spigen Liquid Air case. They both come in about the same color of green and black as well. You also get a navy blue color with the Ringke Onyx. They're both made of a softer TPU material. I feel like the Ringke Onyx is maybe just a little more rigid, doesn't seem to flex quite as much. They also add a little bit of texture here on the sides. You've got the lines or ridges on Spigen versus a bunch of little dots on the Onyx. Pretty similar treatment to the power and volume buttons, but I probably lean towards Spigen just a little bit more because they add the ridges on the power button. They both have really good protection for the camera and flash on the back. Pretty similar style as well. The Spigen does have a bunch of little triangles that adds a little bit of texture there on the back. I feel like the Onyx has a little bit rougher texture on the back. Really nice grip on the sides as well. They're also about the same size opening on the bottom for the charging port. It's super close on the screen protection. One difference with the Ringke Onyx, it's just a hair flatter on the sides versus Spigen. Spigen is a little bit lighter at 32 grams, sort of a toss-up on which one is better. It may just come down to personal preference. Of course, both of these are going to work with wireless charging, but overall just a really nice TPU case, whether you go with Spigen or with Ringke. Now, if you want a more rugged case, the Poetic Guardian Mag Pro case comes with a built-in screen protector or just the frame without a screen protector. It's pretty simple to snap the phone into the screen protector and then snap that into the back part. It almost feels like they made the sides a little bit softer this time. The power and volume buttons stick out plenty, so they're easy to locate. You'll also notice they've got some ridges here on the sides for extra grip as well. Probably some of the easiest buttons to use on a case. You've also got a flap there on the bottom for the charging port. Also has a nice lip going around the cameras on the back. Of course, it has good screen protection all the way around. Kind of surprising, the magnet on the back seems really strong. You can see it doesn't even fall off when shaking it. So of course, that's going to work with wireless charging and MagSafe accessories as well. Weighs about 56 grams for the case itself. Weighs about 244 grams with the case on. It also has a spot here for the fingerprint scanner, which surprisingly you don't even have to rescan. Overall, just a really nice rugged case by Poetic that works with MagSafe accessories. The Scout case by UAG, I believe only comes in one color, black, but it's a thicker TPU material. It does have a little bit of flex to it, but not much. It's definitely thicker than some of the other TPU cases I've tested. It's got really nice screen protection all the way around, kind of smooth here in the middle. Also has a rougher texture on the sides. That helped give it a little extra grip as well. This one's got really nice and chunky power and volume buttons. They seem to work really good. I feel like even better than some of their previous cases I've tested. It's got a nice oversized cutout for the charging port. Really nice protection for the cameras on the back as well. The phone still rocks a little bit with the case on. Not quite as bad though. The case itself weighs about 42 grams, 229 with the case on. And it still works with wireless charging, even though it's a little bit thicker. Overall, just a really nice, somewhat rugged TPU case by UAG. The Caseology Parallax case is a fairly flexible TPU case. Comes in 3 different colors, purplish, matte black, and the one shown here is sage green. Looks like it's got just enough screen protection all the way around. The power and volume buttons are covered by the TPU material. They stick out plenty, so they're easy to locate, just really easy to use. I also like how they put these ridges or lines here on the sides. Definitely gives it better grip than you would think. I don't think you'll get much better camera protection than with this case. You can see pretty much everything's covered. It's got a couple different textures here on the back. I don't know if this is my favorite design of theirs, but it does have really nice grip. It's got a nice and large opening for the charging port as well. And of course, it's gonna work with wireless charging. Weighs about 42 grams for the case itself. Weighs about 229 grams with the case on. Overall, just a really nice TPU case with good grip by Caseology. The Poetic Revolution case is probably going to be one of the most rugged cases you can get for the Pixel 8a. It comes in pink, blue, or the one shown here is black. This one also has a softer pad here on the inside. It's a harder plastic shell on the back. It's got a softer TPU material around the edges. You also have the option of with a screen protector or without. You'll also notice there's a little circle there for the fingerprint scanner. That surprisingly works really good without even adding your fingerprint again. Of course, it's got good screen protection all the way around. It does add a little bit of grip on the screen if you're using the screen protector, but it seems to work pretty good. The power and volume buttons are really easy to use on here. They've got some nice clickiness to them as well. It has good protection for the cameras on the back. Right in the center, you've got a built-in kickstand, which gives you a few different angles when in the stand position, even in portrait mode as well. This one also has a flap over the charging port. Weighs about 76 grams for the case itself. Weighs about 264 grams with the case on. Surprisingly, it still works with wireless charging, even though this is one of the thicker cases. Again, probably one of the most rugged cases that you'll find for the Pixel 8a by Poetic.
So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.